Slovenia. What's up, Slovenia? We recording. We about to go crazy.
Ljubljana, Slovenia, 2013. My brother OC from D.I.T.C. We go way back. What are your memories, bro, about '97 when we first met? When you and Big L, rest in peace, came to Zagreb, Croatia. Any memories from that trip?
I remember being on the road, and actually that spot in Croatia wasn't even one of our stops, and you made it happen. I guess you found out we was out on the road, and I just remember that not being one of the stops, and you made that happen. Pulled the rabbit out your hat, got us to Croatia, and it was crazy, man. I remember walking through the airport and you telling us, I think it had got bombed years back, so it was a brand new airport, and we seen the dogs and the military stuff and all that, and you know what I'm saying? It was crazy. Now getting to the meat of the show, that was probably one of my best shows. Well, for me and L ever in overseas, and it's just everlasting memory in it's burnt in my brain. You know what I mean? Like, the crowd was crazy. I don't even think the album was out yet.
Yeah, he was right after Joel's.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, we was promoting it.
He was promoting that album. Yep. Shout out to Lamont, Payday Records.
Yeah. So it was just crazy. You know what I'm saying?
It was my first show that I ever promoted. So I was learning my game, but it was really cool because you spent a couple of days in Zagreb. We had a chance to chill, get to know L, and definitely for all y'all who haven't seen it, it's on YouTube. Check it out. And the interviews we did back in the day when I was just a youngin, the radio show, and also the TV stuff as well. So check it out. Very rare footage.
Check it out.
Tell me about the Apollo Brown and OC collabo, the trophies. How did that collabo came about, and how did you guys work on that record?
I didn't know Apollo personally, but a guy from his label, actually the guy that owns Mellow Music Group, Michael Tolle, you know what I'm saying, got in contact with me and basically asked me was I interested in doing an album with Apollo Brown. You know what I'm saying? I heard of Apollo and heard of his music and stuff, but I wasn't, I'm not the type to really just, I'm spur of the moment. When it's time for me to work, I work. So I knew who he was, but I didn't. And make a long story short, he connected us, got our numbers to each other. Apollo hit me. Me and Apollo had long conversations before we even talked about music. He had to get out the whole I'm a fan thing, and I was just like, yeah, whatever. And then we just talked about like real life stuff, you know what I'm saying? And that's what actually evolved the album into what it was, you know what I'm saying? And it just clicked, man, you know what I'm saying? And so he sent me joints. He sent me like 30 records, 30 beats. You know what I'm saying? I sift through the beats. I chose everything on the album, you know what I'm saying, with the exception of the title, The Formula, you know what I'm saying? He chose that title, but the beat was on there. Went down to Detroit, did the album in like 8 hours. You know what I'm saying? I wrote the album 2 months prior. He flew me out a few months later, and I did the record. I recorded the record in less than 8 hours. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, bro. Definitely check the record. Trophies, thanks for the wax, bro. I finally got it on vinyl. You know how we do. Connoisseur style. You mentioned Formula. Definitely one of my favorite joints of the album. How important was D.O.C's "No One Can Do It Better" album for you and your just hip hop um, lifestyle and just being a fan of the music?
D.O.C was one of the influential MCs in the game at the time that shaped and molded how I made music and wrote songs. You know what I mean? Like, he helped me, you know, in a roundabout way how to write records. He was one of those guys. I put him in that upper echelon as KRS-One, Rakim, Slick Rick, G-Rap, Public Enemy, LL. You know, to me, he's one of those. And he only put out, he put out a few projects after his accident. But that "No One Can Do It Better" album just was so conceptual. You know what I'm saying? I listen to it till this day. And the formula was just one of those records. That record, the Doc and the Doctor, it was just incredible to me. You know what I'm saying? Just the concepts. You know, I know you remember the videos for those joints that he did, and just he brought stuff to life even without a video. When I listened to his music, and you know, I thought in my own little world that I was the only one that listened to D.O.C.
Wow. How well was the music put together, man, on that album? How well Dre's production at the time complemented the old flows, and D.O.C was responsible for a lot of lyrics outside of his album. I mean, even the like you said, a Snoop and yeah, man, the Chronic.
Yeah, the Chronic. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, man, he's an exceptional writer. You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand that you don't have to actually be on the mic to write good music. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, the beats on that record was just crazy. Listen to that record. It's samples. Dre took samples that we all know, and however he tweaks, EQs, mixes, he made them sound different. And we know every sample on that record, but it just don't sound like the original samples. He put his twist on it. And him and D.O.C together, I mean, not to sound corny, that shit was a formula. Which I think a lot of people, you know, took, you know, in stride when they made music and listened to that record. I almost guarantee it. A lot of artists, I ain't gonna mention no names, but you know, we did behind the scenes. You know what it is.
There was a lot of name dropping on big records.
A lot of MCs.
D.O.C, "No One Can Do It Better." A lot of MCs, and they keep talking. Yeah, keep rapping.
Yeah, a lot of artists today, you know, that's vet artists. You know what I'm saying? Listen to D.O.C's record. I don't care what nobody say, because he's one of the blueprints. You know what I'm saying? And he was a blueprint for me. I'll admit it all day. He's one of my heroes with that mic shit.
Do you still maintain with the same principle of I'd rather be broke and a whole lot of respect?
It was in terms of a metaphor when I said it, because we all need money to live. You know, it's a necessity. You know, probably at the time I was younger, you know, for me to say something like that just sounds real, not old, but, you know, have an understanding of what the game was. I didn't, but I did. But I knew my integrity with what I made or what I make in the future was gonna mean more than any amount of dollar that was put in front of me. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, today it still stands with me today. Like I said, money is a necessity. Money don't make, you know, the saying is money don't make the man, man makes the money. And that's how I feel to the grave.
How many of y'all like Marco Polo? Make some noise. Yeah. Somebody say hola, hola, hola. Hey, come on. Hola, hola, hola. Hey, yo, people get excited when I'm
MCs on the marquee. Star Town, Portuguese, silver dark breed.
Against the powers that be is what the odds be. Get this a M-Polo track, co-starring me. Back up in your eardrum, it's Red Run with no pen and paper, just a mic and some headphones. Listen to the sound of the chimes go. When you hear this in the club, you know it's time for. Cause what I do, when the dance flow packed with them hip-hop heads that really want it, yo.
Let's talk about the new projects. What's in the makings, man? You was mentioning last night we kicked it talking about the sequel with Apollo. What else is in the pipeline?
Me and Apollo kicked that around. I don't know if that's gonna happen. It would be dope. You know what I'm saying? But the Trophies record was organic, so I don't know if that can be duplicated or, you know, if we should just leave it at that. But if there's something that can happen, I would definitely do it. I got an album coming out through AG's imprint with his partner Ray West through Red Apples, called Ray's Cafe. It's some eclectic, eccentric shit. You know what I'm saying? It's based on a cafe theme type of backdrop. You know, when you hear it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm on little just stuff, man. I've been doing a lot of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Just see when it comes through. You know what I mean?
For sure. Always looking forward to OC project or even a single record. It's always a priority for us to support it and play it on the radio, brother. What's the status of D.I.T.C?
No comment. Everybody's doing their thing, man. Like I said, A is doing his Red Apples. You know, him and Show is still working. They got a asshole full of music. They record. They beast in the studio. I mean, A is one of the most gifted dudes to make records, man. Like, people might feel I'm biased because that's one of my partners, but this dude is a beast in the studio. A can make 4 or 5 records with no problem. Hour, 2 hours, you know what I'm saying? Mix, you know, him and Show are just beasts in the studio. Finesse is doing his thing. Diamond is traveling, DJing a lot. You know what I'm saying? Buck is doing a lot of stuff. But at the end of the day, man, you know, different time, different day. Everybody's doing their own thing. I'm doing me, and that's just what it is. I mean, you know, even if we didn't get along or never spoke to each other again or some crazy shit, the name is bigger than the people. The name is bigger than Show, AG, Finesse, Diamond, Fat Joe, Big L, Buck Wild, and myself. It took on its own life. So at the end of the day, D.I.T.C is just a flag. You know what I'm saying? That's etched in the hip hop stone. You know what I mean? It's there. No platinum plaques outside of ourselves. You know, all the producers got platinum, gold. You know, for producing a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know the Finesse with the Dre's, the Biggies, the Shows with the puns, all that. You know what I mean? Buck got an endless amount of plaques. You know what I'm saying? Diamond, Natalie Cole, Fuji's,
Grammy, I think.
Grammy. You know what I mean? So it's all good, man. Like I said, we etched in the history books. So if we stop tomorrow, we'll still get mentioned.
Absolutely. OC, ladies and gentlemen, Ljubljana, Slovenia, 2013. Rocking the show tonight with Boogie Blind.
Yeah, me and Boogie Blind gonna get busy tonight. I don't really want to even talk to the crowd. I'm gonna just go through like 40, 50 joints, you know, verse a piece. But I'm gonna take them on a journey. I'm gonna take them from the new to the old and just do what I do.
I'll be in the crowd, man. Like the biggest fans, just observing. I'm so looking forward to the show. Good looks, brother. Good seeing you once again.
And this dude talking to me like an interviewer, but this is my brother. You know what I mean? This is one of my brothers right here, man. Like, it's good to have connects because friends are few and far between, and he's one of my friends. I could truly say Phillie's one of my friends. Word up.
Thank you, brother. Blackout TV.
Hey! Time's up. 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 Yo, you lack the minerals
and vitamins, irons in the niacin. Fuck who that I fear. Rappers sit back, I'm about to begin. Bout foul talk, you squall. Never even walked the walk, more or less destined to get tested. Never been arrested. My album will manifest many things that I saw, did or heard about, or told firsthand. Never word of mouth. What's in the future for the fusion and the change? Your rappers are in danger. Who will use wits to be a remainder when the missile is aimed to blow you out of the frame? Some will keep their limbs in, some will be maimed. The same suckers with the gab about killer instincts return bitchin', knowing damn well they lack.